This sanctuary shall serve as a safe haven, a place where you and your brothers and sisters can relax between contracts and other duties. In time, you will come to consider it your home.
My brothers and sisters?
We are all brothers and sisters, children of the Night Mother and our dread father. Even lone assassins need a family. Introduce yourself to the others. They can provide advice and information, even support for your more challenging contracts.
Will I get another contract soon?
Eager, are you? That's good. Then go and talk to Elam Drawls. He handles lesser contracts for the new initiates. Prove yourself to him, and more interesting assignments will follow. Welcome to the family.
I'll go and talk to Elam.
Explore the sanctuary, meet the others, at least the ones currently at home. I believe Green Venom Tongue, Kor, Hildegard, Mirabelle, Simbar, and Tannic are available. When you're done, Elam should have a new task for you to accomplish.
I heard something about a Dark Brotherhood member being murdered.
Where did you... Oh, they were discussing that at the Noble's estate, were they? Bastards. It's true. Someone has been killing our brothers and sisters. When the hunters become the hunted, it's like the world has gone askew.
Any idea who the murderer is?
We're investigating the matter. It's not unusual for our pasts to catch up with us, and it's not like we have a shortage of enemies. We'll learn the identity of this killer, and then there will be a reckoning.
Who dares to challenge the Dark Brotherhood?
True. Few have the audacity to openly oppose us, but there are many who would love to see the Brotherhood abolished. This feels different. Stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open and report anything you notice as you execute your duties.
How do I advance in the Brotherhood?
A little ambition is good for the soul, but only a little. Complete the contracts assigned to you. It's as simple as that. Every life you send to Sithis pleases the Night Mother and raises your profile. Complete enough jobs, and you'll be rewarded.
What happens as I advance?
We'll trust you with more difficult contracts, assign you more high-profile targets. The awards are greater, and we'll ask you to help with matters of importance to the Brotherhood. But don't get ahead of yourself. Start with Elam's contracts first.
Tell me more about yourself.
The past isn't something we talk about here. For most of us, our lives didn't really begin until we were called to serve the Night Mother. And I was called at a very early age.
Have you always been the matron of this sanctuary?
No one joins the Brotherhood and immediately steps into a position of power. That's not how we do things. I had to prove myself. Show that I was dedicated to the Night Mother and her tenets. I served for many years before I earned my title.
Did you advance through the ranks in this sanctuary?
The sanctuary has always been my home in the Brotherhood, if that's what you're asking. I've seen the Gold Coast change over the years, but that's enough questions about me. I wouldn't want to think you were taking my measure for some reason.
Goodbye.
Ah, I heard we had a new initiate on the premises. I was just checking my notes and realized the details concerning you are sorely lacking. We'll need to rectify that before too long.
The matron suggested I introduce myself.
She did. Interesting. I wonder what she's planning this time. Well, I'm certain everything will become clear, eventually. Even you, I suppose.
Why do they call you Green Venom Tongue?
Aren't you familiar with the cherished Black Marsh custom? Consuming various venomous concoctions to bolster our natural immunity? I drank so much my tongue turned green. Ha! The new initiates fall for that every time.
Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
And you as well, Initiate. I look forward to interviewing you at length when you have some time. For my journals, of course. I keep meticulous records. I'll help you, you'll help me. Isn't that what the Bretons call a win-win?
I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What more could you possibly need to know? I am a Shadow Scale. My life begins and ends with the Dark Brotherhood.
What's a Shadow
I
Scale?
could have sworn I explained this before. Let me check my notes. Well, like other Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow, I was taken upon hatching and trained to be an assassin. That makes me a good killer. A very good killer.
Do you like living here?
What an intriguing inquiry. Attempting to ascertain if I actually like it here, or something more subtle. Well, like or dislike is meaningless. I serve the matron as I served my former sanctuary, and as I served Black Marsh when called upon.
Former sanctuary?
The river carries us where it will, and that's all I prefer to say about that at this time. I was there, now I am here. As are you, Initiate.
Is there actually something about me in that book?
Perhaps, depending upon what you mean by something and me. Rest assured, whatever musings and observations I record herein are strictly confidential.
Any advice you want to share with a new recruit?
Now this one I know I've written down. Study the 5 tenets. Learn them. Memorize them. Live them. There's a copy in the sanctuary, someplace. I'd let you look at this one, but I don't let anybody read my journals. That would be inadvisable.
I see. Anything else?
Such a curious mind. Then listen carefully, Initiate. Contracts must be taken seriously. Always obey the matron's instructions to the letter, and don't get yourself killed. Though that probably goes without saying.
Goodbye.
So you're the new initiate. You're certainly cuter than the last one.
The matron suggested I introduce myself.
And why wouldn't she, darling? I am her favorite after all. As a matter of fact, I'm everyone's favorite. I'm sure you'll agree soon enough. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. May the Night Mother forever hold you in her cold and loving embrace.
Are you always this forward?
Forward? Believe me, this is my shy and unimposing side. After all, we wouldn't want to give my beloved Simbar the wrong idea, would we? Find me later, and I'll show you what forward really looks like.
Later? Where would you like me to meet you?
Oh, you really are too easy, my darling. I'm just having fun with you. I suppose I get that from my family heritage. The Motiers are rich, powerful, and blessed with good looks, and a wicked sense of humor. Just play along and enjoy.
You come from a noble family?
Oh, there's nothing noble about my family. But I left that all behind. The wealth, the boredom, the servants waiting on me hand and foot. One day, I strangled my handmaid with a golden chain. And here I am. Life in the Brotherhood suits me.
What should I know about the Dark Brotherhood?
You shouldn't know anything, darling. We're a secret organization, after all. I suppose I can tell you that we serve the Night Mother. Her cold embrace binds us together. Never dishonor her. Our contracts aren't mere tasks. We carry out her will.
I'm still not sure how all this works.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. These words, as part of a complex ritual, form the Black Sacrament, the means by which those in need pray to the Night Mother.
And we consider that to be a contract?
Our mother hears the prayer and whispers to the listener. The listener sends a speaker to arrange the details and create the contract. Then the speaker selects an assassin to carry out our mother's will. It's more than just a job. It's a calling.
It sounds like the Brotherhood worships the Night Mother.
This just got much too serious for my taste, darling. Let's talk about something, I don't know, more decadent. Like how I'd be nibbling on your ear if Simbar wasn't here. He's watching, isn't he? Maybe a little nibble is in order,
So there have been other recruits lately?
A few. The speaker sends new initiates to the sanctuary every so often. New blood, You understand. Before you, there was a charming young lad from Glenumbra. Van something, I believe. A shame, really. He was too scrumptious to die so soon.
I heard that a few members had been murdered.
Mind your tongue, Initiate. We're the murderers, not the victims here. But I suppose the circumstances were somewhat unusual? Someone left Van pinned to the wall of the inn in Kvatch, held up with multiple daggers. When I find the villain...
Sounds like someone's hunting the Brotherhood.
You don't hunt the hunters. The Brotherhood hunts you. Anything else is a crime against the natural order. But enough of this dark talk. We're just working ourselves into a tizzy. I'd much rather get excited about something more enticing.
Goodbye.
So you're the new recruit, huh? No, don't tell me your name. I'll, just call you New Blade. It's easier to remember and, it's not like I'm gonna know you for very long. Yes, New Blade. That's so much better.
Why don't you think I'll be around for long?
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I just believe in full disclosure. We've lost an initiate and a fully trained assassin recently. Mirabelle's in denial, but I know what's happening. Someone's hunting the Brotherhood, and you make a tempting target. Trying to pull off the spooky thing? Not bad, but your technique needs a little work. I'm sure you just need some more practice. Anyway, stay sharp out there, New Blade. We're not the only scary things lurking in the shadows anymore.
So what's your story, Tanek?
Oh, it's a long and sordid tale, full of romance and daring-do. Or if you prefer the short version, I was apprenticed to a smith in Sentinel. Loved the trade, hated my master. He liked to hammer more than just metal. When I had enough, I killed him.
And that's how you came to the Brotherhood?
Oh no, that was just the beginning of my story. I was young and stupid back then. I ran, but apparently not far or fast enough. Got to spend some quality time in a Hammerfell dungeon for my actions. 8 years, if I recall correctly.
That sounds terrible.
Well, it wasn't sunshine and camel milk, but I survived. Met some people, learned some lessons. When one of the guards got slumpy, I was ready to act. Simple as that. Of course, my old life was over, but at least I was free.
So how'd you wind up in the Brotherhood?
Hey, I had to make a living. I was branded as a killer, so killing was what I did. Worked for the crime boss Bashira for a while. Then I had a visit one night. The speaker scared the piss out of me, but I couldn't refuse his generous offer.
Anything else I should know about the Brotherhood?
The Dark Brotherhood has been good to me. They taught me to focus my anger, to let the Dread Father work through me. I have a home, an income, and a set of rules to live by. Life makes sense to me here in the Sanctuary.
There are rules?
Oh, New Blade, there are always rules. The trick is to learn what they are before you get your hand caught in the sweet roll box. For us, it's all about the 5 tenets. I'm sure there's a book about them somewhere in the Sanctuary.
Tell me more about the murders of our brothers and sisters.
Durisa and Van. One was an experienced assassin who knew her business. The other was a raw recruit with hardly any blood on his blade. Kinda like you, New Blade. It could have been coincidence, but I think they were targeted by the same killer.
What makes you think the murders are connected?
Just a feeling, I guess. And the way they were left for all the world to see. Someone was proud of their work and wanted everyone to know it. And it had to be a professional. Durisa was too good to be taken down by an amateur.
Have you shared your suspicion with the matron?
Matron Astara tells us what to think, not the other way around. But yes, we've talked about this. All we can do is stay alert and try to figure out who's behind the murders. Until then, we're just jumping at shadows. Very dangerous shadows.
Goodbye.
all right, little one. Just a new smell. Your new brother or sister must be here. Do you want to meet them? Come on now, Hilda. Don't be shy. Sorry, she can be skittish around strangers. New brother! Welcome, welcome! If there's anything you need, anything at all, you come to me, yes?
The matron suggested I meet the rest of the family.
Of course! It's important to get to know everyone. You're part of the family now, and family helps each other. It's what we do.
Why do you have a werewolf in that cage?
Oh, that's not a werewolf. Well, I guess it is. But it's also little Hildegard. She's really sweet, but you'll need to say hello later. She still doesn't have the hang of controlling her transformations.
Hildegard sounds like she has an interesting story.
Hildegard is like the little sister I never had, but her true family was awful. They drank the blood of werebeasts. It's a dangerous practice, but not entirely unheard of in Nordlands. They even forced their children to participate.
Is that how Hildegard became a werewolf?
We assume so. But as to why she can't control her transformations, that remains a mystery. She lost control one day, and hurt another member of the tribe. They cursed her and she ran away. I found her later. She was confused, alone, nearly mad.
You're lucky she didn't attack you.
I'm a skilled hunter. Taming animals is almost second nature to me. It took time, but she came to trust me. Accepted me as her big brother. Before that happened, though, she nearly tore my face off. See? I still have the scar.
Tell me more about yourself.
I always liked to hunt and fight. I became a soldier, but that turned out to be more about waiting around than actual battle. So I sold my sword as a mercenary, made some enemies, and soon found out that other sellswords were being paid to kill me.
Looks like you survived.
Indeed I did. Kept a low profile in town, spent most of my time in the wilderness. I almost decided to stop running, and then I found little Hilda. She became my reason to go on living.
How do two Nords end up in a Brotherhood sanctuary on the Gold Coast?
Well, you know, there are some things we just don't talk about in public. I hope you understand. I will tell you that we love it here. We're part of the best family in the whole world, and we're glad to have you with us. I'm sure Hilda agrees.
Goodbye.
Well met, brother. I coordinate our family's more mundane contracts. I suggest you get used to this face, because you're going to be seeing a lot of me.
Astara said I should speak with you.
Did she now? Are you sure that's what she told you to do? Wouldn't want you to get in trouble your first day in the sanctuary. Now that you're here, we might as well discuss your training.
My training?
Don't repeat what I say. It annoys me. Now, where was I? Oh yes, your training. Complete a contract, receive a reward. Prove yourself, and more significant contracts will be made available to you. It's simple, really.
I understand.
I don't expect you to last a week, but as long as you're still here. Ready for your first contract, Initiate? Not everyone appeals to the Dark Brotherhood through the Black Sacrament. For those with copious amounts of gold to spare, we usually indulge their more mundane requests. Are you ready to take on your first contract?
I'm ready.
Typically, you'll consult the ledger marked for death, but I've handpicked something special for your first job.
Who do I have to kill?
Travel to the city of Kvatch, identify the target listed on this contract, then eliminate them. I encourage you to practice with the Blade of Woe, but as long as the target dies, it doesn't really matter how you kill them. Can you manage that?
I'll return when my target is dead.
What are you standing around for? I'm not much to look at, and neither is this room.
Goodbye.
You're back, I see. How could I not? You're standing in my light. So tell me, how did you do?
I completed my first contract.
Well, good for you. But don't get too full of your accomplishments just yet. That was a fairly easy contract I started you with. Come back when you're ready for more. If the speaker or the matron give an order, though, that takes priority.
Goodbye. A situation has developed in Kvatch that requires our immediate attention. Find me in the sanctuary and I'll provide additional instructions. I should talk to Astara.
Those loudmouth fanatics! It's time to teach them a lesson about the blessings of silence!
Enough. I'll decide how we respond to these malign sermons. Initiate, I have a task for you. Once again, the pious idiots of Kvatch dare to provoke the anger of the Dark Brotherhood. Such an insult cannot be allowed to stand unchallenged.
What is going on in Kvatch?
As if the Grand Sermonizer didn't have enough vices to rage about. Now she's preaching against the Brotherhood. She says we are weak, powerless, a toothless dragon that inspires ridicule instead of fear. These lies must be silenced. Permanently.
I can go there.
Be wary. The Order of the Hour has increased its presence in Kvatch. Avoid the warrior priests if you can. Meet up with Tannic and silence the priests that speak against us, including the Grand Sermonizer. That will put the fear of Sithis in them.
I'll go right away.
Tannic will meet you in Kvatch. I expect the two of you to deal with the Grand Sermonizer and show the people of that hypocritical city the real power of the Dark Brotherhood.
Tell me more about this mission.
The Grand Sermonizer and her priests spread lies about the Brotherhood for reasons I do not yet understand. Whether she seeks to insult us or acts upon some misguided tenet of faith, our response is clear. These impudent priests must die.
Who is this Grand Sermonizer?
She's one of the ranking priests at the Cathedral of Kvatch, right below Primate Artorius in the hierarchy. She won't be easy to find, however. Killing her subordinates may draw her out. Otherwise, rely on Tannic to locate the hole she's hiding in.
Who is Primate Astorius?
Primate Artorius leads the Cathedral of Akatosh in Kvatch. The chanters and sermonizers bow to his authority as the chosen of the Dragon God, and even the Order of the Hour follows his commands. Pious and faithful, I find the man to be insufferable.
Do we really need to send 2 assassins?
Caution becomes the appropriate response after the deaths of 2 assassins, Initiate. But make no mistake, I expect you to assassinate the Grand Sermonizer. Tannic will be there to provide assistance, nothing more.
Do assassins often die when they go on missions?
Under normal circumstances, no. These recent attacks against us, however, have made circumstances far from normal. Concentrate on the Grand Sermonizer. That's your primary mission.
Goodbye.
Initiate, I have my own contract in Kvatch. I'll join you in Tannic as soon as I'm finished.
3 blades on the same contract? Is that wise, mate?
Just make sure the Grand Sermonizer dies, Initiate. That's my chief concern.
I was wondering how long it would take you to get here. Didn't Astara instill you with a sense of urgency about this mission? She must be getting tender-hearted after all these years.
Does everything amuse you?
Yes, I say so. I find life to be a complicated series of pranks and pratfalls. Besides, this is your mission. I'm only here to observe and offer assistance if you get in over your head. Speaking of which, try not to get captured or killed today.
So you just going to stand around and watch?
No, that would be boring. You start murdering the Sermonizer's priests while I take on the real challenge. I'll locate her hiding spot. Then I'll find you so we can kill her together. That will put the fear of the Brotherhood in the Kvatch people.
What happens if I get spotted making a kill?
Be stealthy or slaughter everyone that gets in your way. Whichever works best for you. They all wind up with Sithis in the end, so what's the worry? Now, let's get out there and deal with the Grand Sermonizer and her lying priests.
Sounds like we have a plan.
Time to dip our daggers in Sermonizer blood. Watch your back, New Blade.
Murder is a filthy business in the eyes of Akatosh.
What bloodshed? Thieves and murderers certainly know how it's done.
So much to do, so little time.
There's a hidden evil corrupting Kvatch.
Hold
Our
right
quarry
there.
cowers in her family's estate outside Kvatch. I'll meet you there, New Blade. And if you really want to impress the matron, kill a few more sermonizers along the way.
What did you steal? Bring it back, you fiend!
Buy local, get your goods here.
Do not test my patience.
These villains are cowards, hiding in the shadows.
Stop right there. Friend. Can I call you friend? You're in a bit of a pickle, but I can help you if you pay your fine.
Toothless dragons, powerless.
I should go.
Why'd you go and do that?
New Blade, come quietly and listen. Our quarry stirs below.
Grand Sermonizer, have you discovered the location of the sanctuary yet?
Unfortunately, this assassin expired before revealing anything useful.
I'll capture another. Try not to kill this one before we learn the location of the Dark Brotherhood's lair.
Lord Akatosh, hear our prayer. Let me just prepare the body, like so.
Who is that black-armored warrior? Some kind of mercenary? Now's our chance. Follow me. She tortured Simbar. Such an insult to the family cannot stand. At least he knew how to hold his tongue. What foul magic is this? New Blade, beware. I feel so weak. I can't move.
2 assassins? I didn't know they came in pairs. With the proper motivation, you will reveal the location of the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. The Black Dragon admires your kind, but I don't see what the attraction is. This is unexpected, but I refuse to die here.
I'm just gonna sit here and see who comes for me first. Sithis or Tall Papa?
Tanik, are you planning to just lay down and die?
They knew we'd come for Simbar. Trapped his body with some kind of foul death magic.
Get up, you milk drinker! Sithis still has work for you to do. Initiate, the Grand Sermonizer is yours. I'll get Tanik home.
Defend me, Knights of the Order of the Hour! Show this assassin the true power of Akatosh! Trust in Akatosh! Let the Dragon God guide your strikes! Murder me if you must! It won't save your Dark Brotherhood! Seems I'll need to use something harsher than words to deal with you. The Black Dragon you need paid for striking a servant of Akatosh. Lord Akatosh! What?
Kor brought Tannic home injured but alive. He told me you went after the Grand Sermonizer. Tell me, has the deed been done?
The Grand Sermonizer and her priests are dead. We found Simbar, tortured to death.
Simbar was one of our best. To allow himself to be captured like that. I didn't think that either the Grand Sermonizer or the Order of the Hour was capable of such a feat. Why go to all that trouble, I wonder?
A warrior in black armor captured Simbar.
Black armor? I've heard rumors of such a warrior. But to seek the location of our sanctuary, it appears we're at war with an unknown adversary. I need to think about this. By the way, Tannic woke up and asked to see you.
I will talk to Tannic.
Don't worry, Tannic. A cask of mead, and you'll be back on your feet in no time.
Yeah, your mead tastes like bee vomit. I think I'll pass.
Oh, Tannic, I hate that this happened to you.
You worry more than the matron, Hildegard. I'll be as good as new before you know it. Ah, the new blade has arrived. Give us the room if you would, Kor.
Certainly, Tannic. But I still expect you to be completing contracts again in a few days.
I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
Take your time, Tannic. I am going to go say a prayer for your quick recovery.
Kor and Hildegard mean well, but they're worse than a couple of mother hens. You're alive. Does that mean the Grand Sermonizer is no longer with us?
The Grand Sermonizer is dead, but how are you doing?
We're not certain what kind of magic the Grand Sermonizer placed upon Simbar's body. But I'd be dead too, if not for you and Kor. I'm indebted to you both.
At least they didn't learn the location of the sanctuary.
And I'll make sure that everyone remembers Simbar's bravery. He refused to give up our secret, no matter what the Grand Sermonizer did to him. It does make me wonder about the warrior who was able to defeat him, though.
You mean the black-armored warrior?
Simbar could easily best me in a fight, and that warrior bested him. If you encounter her again, don't underestimate her skills and abilities. She's hunting the hunters, and that's a game I have no desire to play.
Is there anything else you need right now?
A chance to beat your record. How many of the Sermonizer's priests did you murder anyway? Seriously, New Blade. Stay sharp out there. The roots of our trouble stretch deep below the soil. Things are gonna get worse, my friend. Mark my words.
Goodbye.